Hey guys, how you doing? It's part 2, the free rusty lawnmower will it run vid. Um, it's the same day from where we left off from the last video, but it's night time. I come into my man cave about 9 PM, spend an hour in here just messing around, and so one of the things I'm really guilty of, I can't help it. I have to restore things. So we have the air filter here. I haven't done any more to the lawnmower. I'll do that tomorrow and film that. But I have to restore things. So the wire wheel's coming out, and I have to restore everything on it. That's just something I do. So I get used to it. You might like see a video where you're watching a lawnmower and all of a sudden it's got a brand new air filter or something. That's just me. So I'll just do that now. Here endeth tonight's tinkering. Sorry guys, it's just part of me. I can't watch TV. I have to tinker in the shed. So, we have a nice new air filter to go on that rusty old Briggs and Stratton mower. See you tomorrow. Alright guys, it's the next day. I'm now going to get back into this. I did a little bit of research online because I was totally confused by this. This has been bent all over the place, but all this garbage is really unnecessary because it doesn't do a thing other than hold a spring from here to the governor. Right? If you're unfamiliar, there's your governor. So as this spins round, it blows this way, and sorts, regulates your RPM. So all I need is a new spring on there, because that's all that does. And if you're from the UK, go to QD. They do this for like £3.50 with all these lovely different springs in. So I'll be putting one on there, but for now I'm going to get this flywheel off and give it a wire wheel. Same with the coil, make sure the gap is correct. So I'm just going to take this off, have a look inside, and then we're going to take the tank off, and we're going to take the carburetor out, and I'm hoping that the diaphragm in there, this has got an automatic choke, and it's got a little piece of rubber diaphragm in it. It draws the fuel in. They invariably get shot after a while, so I may have to invest a couple of pounds in a new one, but we'll see when we get there. But for the meantime, let's get this off. Okay, so as you can see, I've already undone the nut. So now I just get that near the top. I just need to give this a light thud, but you don't want to ruin the thread, so get the nut so it's flush with the top. Get a screwdriver underneath for leverage and give it a little tap. And there we have it. It's not always that easy, trust me, if you've never done one. Okay, so straight away we notice this doesn't have a set of points. It's an electronic ignition. It's all in here. I hate that, because if that goes, you can't do anything with it. You have to replace it. At least with the points you can clean them and one thing and another. But there you go. We've got spark anyway, so it don't really matter. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the ends of this, just to make sure it's got maximum sparkage, and I'll wire wheel this, although it's pretty clean. and I'll just set the gap, which I'll show you in a second once I've cleaned these. Okay, where were we? Right, so I've cleaned the flywheel, just make sure everything's nice, clean the contacts on the coil, which I've loosened because we're going to set the gap. So I need to put this back on and put my flywheel key back in. Let me just tighten that up. Okay, so that's tight. Now to set the gap, it's normally around, I think, 16 thousandths of an inch, which is basically the size of a business card, or in this case, a lottery ticket. So we're going to plop that down in there, like that. I'm going to turn the flywheel until the magnets get to the coil, and you'll hear it. There we are, clunking into place. Now we can tighten it back up. And that's the gap set. Alright, so the only thing left to do now is the carb. Now, as you probably saw in the last video, I stupidly put tons of fuel in it. And now I'm going to have to drain it out so we can remove all this. So I'll empty the tank and then we'll take this off. Alright, let's get this tank off. As far as I can see, we've got a 13mm here and a 10mm here, and I think that's all that's holding it on. So let's find out. That. That's loose. But not loose enough for my fingers. That's the other thing I do with my wire. I love my wire wheel. I really do. I wire wheel everything, even all the nuts, so they look like new again. Grease them up. Okay, so we'll pull that out. Now this should, the only thing that's connected, I'll take the spring off. The only thing holding it on is this, which should just unhook when we twist it. So that should just come off like that. And that should pop out. There we go. Okay, let's get this carb off this tank. It's just 4 Phillips. feel like they've never been undone in their life. Now, keep your fingers crossed. The diaphragm's alright. Seems to be another one here. Silly Billy. And there is the filter, which, as you can see that? It's clogged. So that wouldn't be helping. This is a diaphragm. That's a little bit stiff, but I think it's working. So that could be good news. And there is some crud down in here, so we'll give everything a good clean. Cool. Okay, so I was able to carefully get that off. It really needs replacing, but until I start getting some in stock, I'll just give this a gentle wipe and we'll put that back on. I'm going to get some of these in stock, so I don't have to wait in between videos, but for now I can sit over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just getting the main bits of crud off, and then I'm going to spray this with some brake cleaner or something similar to get as clean as I can, and then I'm going to plop it into my ultrasonic cleaner just to get inside all the bits and pieces. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I'll give that a clean just in some warm soapy water. Now I'll put it in the ultrasonic cleaner so it can clean all the insides out for me. There we go. Turn her on for a jacuzzi. Come back in 20 minutes. And typical me, couldn't resist a little wire wheeling and a spray job. Okay, let's see how the carburetor bath is getting on. Well, all looks pretty brand new. Get the air compressor on and give it a blowout. Well, that looks pretty darn good to me. All the filters are clean. It's good. Let's get it back on the freshly done tank. Can you tell which one's just had the wire wheel treatment? And here's where we are, guys. The tank is, the fuel tank, gonna look like the best thing on it. Carburetor's all cleaned. All screws have been wire wheeled and made look like new, because I don't buy anything new. I hate throwaway society. I like to restore everything. So that's it for tonight, and I'll put this back on in the morning and we'll see if we can fire this beast up. Alright, so we've got the fresh looking tank. Actually, it looks ridiculous. Look at the state of this mower. We've got a nice tank on there now. Clean car, we'll put some new springs on. I'm not sure about the tension. It might be a little bit tight. I might have to stretch them out or put longer ones on. Not sure yet. But we have coil cleaned, flywheel cleaned, carb cleaned. We're now going to put some fresh fuel in. We know we've got good spark. There's really no reason why this thing shouldn't fire up. So let's do that, shall we? I think I'll plop the air filter back on and then we'll give it a pull. Okay, so the moment of truth. Alright, thanks for joining me, guys. I'm going to keep this now. I'm going to store this engine ready for when a decent body comes along. I can put this on. And if you like what you saw, please click like, subscribe, leave a comment, and look forward to the next video. In fact, it's about to start. Cheers, guys. Well, it's been brought to my attention. There's a free lawnmower going, sitting on a lawn. Free. It's time to jump into action. Left. Apparently it's just up here, and it's just sitting on the lawn waiting for someone to collect it. With any luck, nobody else has seen it on Facebook.
Turn left onto Field P Gardens.
There it is.